Hello there, this is David from David Books and Comics, and today I'm going to finish off the first 100, and that's all I'm going to collect is the first 100 Destoyer novels, which I consider some of the best. So the series was created, as you see there, by Warren Murphy and Richard Sapir. In these two books, 50 and 51, you can see it's a solo name, Warren Murphy. He is the solo writer for those two stories. So number 50 is the Golden Edition, and it's called Killing Time. All right. 51 is Shock Value. Okay, put these aside. '52 is a super novel, as it says there. I don't really care about the condition, obviously. I'm just trying to complete the series, and they are for reading and enjoying, actually. So number 52, super novel, Fool's Gold. That's that one. Number 53, Time Trial. Over 23 million copies in print. How's that? So that's 53, Time Trial. Nemo and Chun make an earth-shattering discovery. And all at once, past, present, and future are hanging in limbo. Number 54 is Last Drop, also by Warren Murphy. Now, so like I said, some of these stories were not written by Murphy. I think there were ghostwriters, people like Richard Meyers wrote quite a few of them. So did Will Murray. All right, so that's Last Drop. A heady brew of an unknown origin is keeping the scores of straight-laced Americans stoned out of their minds. And there's another super novel. This one's called Master's Challenge. Master's Challenge. And then we have Encounter Group by Warren Murphy. So that's number 55 and 56, Master's Challenge and Encounter Group. That one's SF. People don't know what they're missing. This is one of the Destoyer books that I showed. First 25 and then the next 25 are some of the most popular videos that I've put on. So that's Encounter Group. This is Date with Death, number 57. Yeah, and now number one, the world's number one action series. How's that for hyperbole? 56. Also by Warren Murphy. And then we have Total Recall. Oh, I wonder who got, and let's see when this was published. That's number 58. So this is Date with Death, Total Recall. Curious. I know that they borrowed plots. Yeah, this is from 1984. Total Recall, that's 58. All right, Date with Death. And then we have 59. This one is The Arms of Kali. This is a super novel. So you can see it's getting a little thicker. Let's have a look and see how many pages. Yeah, this one's about 250. 53. So that's number 59. Now my understanding from what I read, and it was confirmed, I think, in an interview, is that the first 92 books were painted by the same fellow who, I'll put the name on the bottom. Anyway, so that's the end of the game. All right. And this one, I don't believe either Murphy or Sapir wrote it. So that's the end of the game. And so that's 60, 61 is this one, The Lords of the Earth. That's a super novel. There's that one. And number 62 is The Seventh Stone. That's that one. Number 63 is The Sky is Falling. All right. Number 64, The Last Alchemist. Remo and Chum rip apart a mountain of gold to get at a monster of greed. Get at a monster of greed, so that's The Last Alchemist. Then we have number 65, Lost Yesterday. That one. Yeah, so the first 92 covers were drawn by the same artist. The one who basically was the main artist for the entire series. So, Sumi, that's number 66. And 67 is Look Into My Eyes. A malevolent mind master sends Remo and Chun into battle, but against each other. Oh, okay. So that's Look Into My Eyes, 67. And this one is An Old-Fashioned War. That's number 68. Old-Fashioned War. Sorry for the glare there. '69 is Blood Ties. Blood Ties. All right. '70 is The 11th Hour. '71 is Return Engagement. Return Engagement, and that is another science fiction novel. Remo and Chun battle a super fiend who came back from the dead stronger than steel. Yeah, that's one of their recurring villains. I think probably Mr. Gordon. And 72 is Soul Survivor. That's another SF. Right. '73. Man, this is kind of a ninja character. Line of Succession. So Remo Chun battle the one man with the power to destroy the Destroyer. Line of Succession. I know it's a recurring villain. I expect it's Nuke makes his return. All right. And this is 74, Walking Wounded. Yeah, Walking Wounded. It's that one. This is 75, Reign of Terror, with a special 75th anniversary introduction by Warren Murphy. Okay, yeah, it says created by, so they weren't written by. There's a single writer. I think Will Murray wrote many of these at this stage. That's 74, Walking Wounded. 75, Reign of Terror. And we have number 76, The Final Crusade. The Final Crusade. That's that one. '77 is Coin of the Realm. 77 is Coin of the Realm. That's. And then we have Blue Smoke and Mirrors. That's that one. That's 78. 79 is Shooting Schedule or Schedule. So that's that one. '80 is Death Sentence. Death Sentence. '81 is Hostile Takeover. Yu and Chun take on the Wizards of Wall Street in a blood money game. That's interesting. Yeah, it's a little shorter. Says it's super novel. That's Hostile Takeover. 82 is Survival Course. That's Survival Course. '83 is Skullduggery. That's 83. Remo and Chun face Chinese checkmate in a game of Kung Fu Kiss-Off. Okay. So that's 83, Skullduggery. 84 is Ground Zero. Can Remo and Chun stop the crash of the 90s from ending with a big bang? That's Ground Zero. That's that one. This is Bloodlust. So the 20th anniversary, that's 20 years. Remo surrenders to a sex goddess armed to seduce and destroy the Destroyer. So Bloodlust. '86 is Arabian Nightmare. That's that one. '87 is Mob Psychology. Remo and Chun against the Mafia in a killer computer game. Okay, so 86. And 87, that's Mob Psychology. And this one is 88, Ultimate Death. So Remo and Chun in a ghoulish game of chicken with a foe out for blood. Okay. Number 89 is Dark Horse. So Remy and Chun vote for vengeance when death hits the campaign trail. Alright, so that's that one. 89, Dark Horse. Take that away. Number 90 is Ghost in the Machine. Remo and Chun against a phantom foe out to devour the Big Apple. Interesting. So that's 90. Interesting reading. And 91 is Cold Warrior. Remo and Chun face a countdown to chaos in a funland for fiends. 90, Ghost in the Machine. Sorry. 92. That's the last one that our regular artist did. This one's called The Last Dragon. Remo and Chun run into a whopping evil on the trail of a super beast. Then we have 93, Terminal Transmission. Remo and Chun zap all channels to pull the plug on a TV terrorist. And 94 is Feeding Frenzy. Remo and Chun have to get the bugs out of the diet that all America's dying for. Feeding Frenzy. It sounds morbid, this one. Feeding Frenzy. And number 95. This one is High Priestess. You can tell that the images have all changed. Not the painted covers. Well, it's a more realistic kind of painted covers. So Remo, when China gets drunk on power, Remo and Chun crash the party. So that's High Priestess, number 95. Number 96, Infernal Revenue. Infernal Revenue. That's an interesting one. Infernal Revenue. And then we have Identity Crisis. A diabolical psycho puts cure in the family way. Okay. So that's that one. Infernal Revenue. These, you can tell, these have now become big, thick tomes. And then we have, that's Identity Crisis. Number 98, Target of Opportunity. It's 98. That's Target of Opportunity. We'll just put this aside. And then 99, The Color of Fear. Color of Fear. And last but not least, and that's the last one I'll show, it's called Last Rites. The 100th anniversary issue, Last Rites, the Live the Greatest Adventure Yet, in Destoyer number 100, special introduction by Warren Murphy. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this look at one of the longest lasting series books, a character called the Destoyer. And remember, I'll put a link to the previous videos I did on the Destoyer, the first 25 and then 25 to 50, and you can enjoy those. Alright, So thanks everyone for watching. Feel free to make comments, and thanks for all the subscriptions. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.